so sorry that I'm late. Happy Wednesday, everybody. How is everybody? I have 55 wonderful people. Hello, 55 of you guys. Today is going to be either fun, anxious, nervous, whatever. I don't know if you guys are anxious or nervous for this because I don't think I've been very vocal about negative things when it comes to Sailor Moon. I mean, sometimes I'll say something negative, but like, I always try to be respectful and mindful of how other people are going to take it, because what I think and what my opinions are, I don't want it to take away from you guys at all, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So, are you guys ready for our guest today? Because I want to just hop into it. Thank you guys so much for joining tonight. I appreciate all of you guys being here. I see a lot of my fam here. You guys, we're getting at it. Here we go. Everybody, warm welcomes to Sin. The Sailor Moon obsession is here from Japan. Okay, Sin, what time is it in Japan? And also, give us a little information about where you are. Are you in an Airbnb? Are you in an apartment? Are you in a hotel? Give us a little info. What's going on in your world, real quick?
Okay, hey everybody. It is 9:05. I woke up just early just for you.
She loves me. She loves me. I love her too.
So I am in Tokyo, Japan. I rented an Airbnb, so everything you see here, none of it is mine. It looks like a madhouse here. It looks like, it doesn't look like a normal person's room because it's not. But I've been here for 3 weeks now. So I did an extended stay, and it's been wild because from day one we've been up and down and all around. Our friend Luke, came to Japan with me and did a few activities at first. Actually, a lot of activities first. Right now we're like in between movies, so it's kind of calmed down for a bit. But I did plan to stay long enough to catch the second movie as well. So we're kind of trying to get some experiences in there in the meantime, and then we're all geared up for part 2. Although I will say that I've been very lucky this whole trip. So I did watch Sailor Moon Cosmos the day of release, and one of our mutual, actually our friends in Japan, won a ticket to see an early screening of Sailor Moon Cosmos Part 2. And at first, he didn't realize that his ticket was a +1.
Oh my gosh, I gotta interrupt just for a second. Iron Knight sent a super chat. Thank you so much, Iron Knight. I always appreciate the support. They say we sound great and waiting for Cosmos international dates and news. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Thank you so much, Iron Knight. Sorry, Sin, continue.
Oh, no, that's fine. Just to close it off really fast. So our mutual friend, he had a pass that was +1, so he called me at the very last second. Can you make it here really fast? Didn't realize I had an extra ticket for you, so I was able to go to the theater, and I was at the event where they announced that Okitagawa, who plays PGSM, that she is going to be...
You cut out just a little bit, but she did say Sailor Mars, in case that didn't go through, because it cut out on my end. You said Sailor, and then it blipped, and then I was like, most of us know it's Sailor Mars for PGSM, but just in case.
So anyway, at that live event, they also did a screening for Sailor Moon Cosmos Part 2, and ever since then, I've gone a few times back to the theater to watch Part 1, but I have at this point seen Part 1 and Part 2.
She has been so lucky, you guys, because normally she'd have to wait till the 30th to see Part 2. That's the national date in Japan. But she's got to see it both. She's already talked to me about her opinions, what she thinks and everything, and she agreed to come on today because I got real vocal when I saw the opening. Is that the opening for Part 2, correct?
No, that's Part 1.
That's Part 1? Okay, I didn't know which one was which. Okay, so the opening for Part 1 was actually put on Sailor Moon Official's YouTube channel, and they might have shared it on their other socials as well. So a lot of us were able to see it. It was officially shared. It wasn't a leak. The official franchise did share it. And I do want to say, like, before we continue on, we are going to talk about some spoilers. Sin is going to be talking about her thoughts, her impressions, what she saw. So, like, if you guys are really dead set on not hearing anything until you see it yourself, you probably don't want to watch this live stream. So this is your warning before we really dive into it. We're going to be talking about a lot of things that we've already seen, including animation spoilers, and Sin's seen both movies, like I said. So going forward, guys, just be mindful that that's where we're going to go with this. And also, I do want to preface this that these are our thoughts and opinions. We do not want to take away from anybody's experiences or their own opinions. Like, we are very respectful. At least we hope that's how it comes off. If you disagree with us, or agree with us, that's great. Either way, we are all different. We all like different things. So I just want to really make that clear. Oh my God, Venus Soldier sent a super chat. Thank you so much, Josh. I appreciate it. He's asking, Sin, did you grab any of the Sailor Moon Cosmos banners and promotional posters posted up around town? And oh my gosh, he said, it's hashtag 5-finger discount. Just kidding.
No, I'm afraid to do that.
Yeah,
I am a little shy.
Yeah,
I know you're a little more out there when it comes to rescuing from the trash, those kind of things.
Yes, here in the United States, I'm comfortable with that if I get told no, just because they always are like, oh, we're just gonna chuck it in the trash, and I'm just gonna be like, okay, well, I'm gonna go dumpster diving then at that point. But I don't think any of us would do that in Japan. We don't want to be that gaijin. We don't want to be a disrespectful foreigner. Like, we definitely would never do that. But Josh was kidding anyway. He said so.
Yeah.
But I think the reason why he brought that up is because he does know you are an avid, like, you watch out for them on the secondhand market, and that's how you get a lot of them. But I guess you can just maybe say, have you been looking on Yahoo Japan auctions for any of the new stuff? Because they are taking them down.
Every day, all day long, like, I'm always looking for stuff. It's to an insane degree, because I do like these kind of more rare collectibles.
I love
so
that.
You have to be on it.
You do, because they get snatched up really quickly on the secondhand market. Have you been successful in getting any for Cosmos yet, or no?
No, not for any of the stuff that. Well, the only actual thing that I'm after right now is the Cosmos. I'm sorry, not Cosmos. Sailor Moon Eternal coaster. Sorry.
Oh yeah, the one that you get with the movie ticket, right?
Yes. Okay. So, just a quick refresher here. I'm prepared with some of the giveaways they've given out.
Oh yeah, and bring it. Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, show and tell. Okay. Actually, taking them out might be better.
Also, we have 76. We have 76 watchers right now, so it's high tonight. They are ready for us to dish the tea in a bit.
We'll get there. Okay, so to encourage fans to go to the movie more than once, giving out giveaways, handing out giveaway, and every week it's different. So for the first week, they gave out this postcard. It looks like a postcard, but it's slightly bigger.
Oh.
So actually, it's like not really a postcard.
No, because that's like that's double the size of a postcard. That's huge.
Mm-hmm. So this is that, and they also gave us a Spotify card.
I saw those, and I love those so much. Are they stickers or is it a card?
These are awesome. I immediately put it away. It's like a sticker, but we don't use it as stickers.
You're out there living the dream, Sin. So many of us wish we could be there with you and grabbing all of the freebies that, you know, the Sailor Moon franchise is doing to get people to come to the theater to watch the movies. It's incredible. You've already got a fat stack of stuff.
Yeah. You know, it's become slightly overwhelming because it's not just the movies that are coming out. There's a lot of collaborations going on and a lot of merch coming out all around, you know, but the wallet ain't too happy.
The wallet ain't too happy. Yeah, we hear that, but everybody knows that as a Sailor Moon collector. I haven't been following the chat. Thank you guys so much for actively like participating in the chat.
I'm sorry.
It's popping off. Lux is even here tonight. We got Lux on the stream. So Merboy toys. Oh my God, Merboy tears. Oh my God, Lux, don't kill me. Although he collects toys too, so I think that's relevant. We happy to have you tonight, Lux. We missed you. We need to get the Moon Fam together real soon again. We need a reunion. But yeah, Sid has basically just been living the dream out there. You guys going to every single event she possibly can that she knows about, and is giving us, like, if you follow her on social media, I do have her Twitter handle above her forehead. I know she's kind of off frame right now because she keeps sliding over. There we go. But you can follow her on Twitter. She is active. Would you say you're equally active on Instagram and Twitter now with like blogging about your journey and what you're doing and what you're up to?
No, definitely I'm prioritizing Instagram just because of the nature of it. I can post little adventures throughout the day, what I'm doing, where I'm at. It's easier for me to just share it there. I just share the big stuff on Twitter, something that I'm really excited about. But I'm not on Twitter anymore. I still tweet.
Yes.
And especially when it comes to the fan network.
Mm-hmm.
I try to keep that up.
You do so good.
For the day-to-day stuff, Instagram stories.
Yeah, so you guys, I do have the wrong handle then. I have her Twitter handle because they are both different. So on Instagram, you're Sailor Moon _obsession, right?
Sailor Moon .obsession.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Instead of an underscore, it's a dot. Sailor Moon, the full word, Sailor Moon .obsession. And you guys all should be following her because if you look at her stories, she actually shares every time she, runs into something Sailor Moon or she's doing something Sailor Moon, she'll share video, photos. And a lot of people have been asking me, are you in Japan? What to do? I'm going to Japan in, I don't know, a week to go see the movies. What kind of spots to go to? I'm always directing them to your Instagram stories. I'm like, watch her. She's there currently, and she is sharing all of the places that a Moonie should be hitting up during June.
Yes.
So
today I'm actually going to try to hit up another Sailor Moon thing, which would be the Toy Animation Museum.
The one we went to, right?
We've never been to that.
I thought we went to that one.
We went to the Toei Egamura, which was in Kyoto.
Oh, thank you, Kuro Ichigo Gal just joined the pack. Arr, arr, arr. That's my new friend Mochi, the one that went to Kansas City with Kay and I. Thank you so much for joining the pack, for supporting me monthly there. Thank you. I appreciate it, Mochi. Okay, so tell us what you're doing.
So the one that we went to, Ochi, last year, we were in Kyoto.
That's
and
right.
We went to it's like a movie studio, a working movie studio, where they record old-timey Japanese movies. And they did have a little area with some anime stuff, as you might recall.
Yep.
They even had an upstairs area with some pretty cure thing. Yeah, okay, that was Kyoto.
Okay, so there's more
and
than
it's
one.
more geared towards live-action movie. So this is their animation studio.
Oh, this is the one we should have went to too.
Exactly.
I can't wait to see what you. So this is gonna be your first time at this one.
It's my first time out there, so we're gonna see how it is.
Okay, please share on your Instagram. I know you will. So you guys definitely make sure you follow her on Instagram. She's gonna be showing this Toei Animation Museum that we have never been to as Sailor Moon fans yet. So hopefully they, show Sailor Moon stuff. Do they have an event, or are you just going there to see?
I'm just going to there to see. I guess we can say it here. I'm putting together of interesting spots to hit when people come to Japan or whenever something.
We need that. Oh my
on.
gosh, thank you.
Yeah. So I did put in obviously the Sailor Moon store, and I'm trying to put together a list of important Sailor Moon places. Mm-hmm. But I need to scope this one out to see if it's worth it for Mondays to go visit.
You're out there doing the legwork for us. Thank you so much, Sid. We definitely appreciate that. So we can't wait to hear all about that. But we are 18 minutes into the stream. We better get to talking about Cosmos. What you think? Okay. So everybody knows I threw out that tweet and I shook everybody up because I'm usually not the person to spew anything negative out there. A lot of people say that, oh, Brooke, I like that you're so positive. But really, I do have negative feelings throughout the Sailor Moon franchise and all this stuff, I just don't actively like put it out there a lot because I really hate like upsetting other people. Like I'm very empathetic, and if I know I'll say something that will hurt somebody's feelings, you know, that'll just keep me up all night. However, what I watched definitely stirred up some emotions in me, and I had to speak my mind. I just had to let it out. So I will say, out of the Sailor Moon official and their TikTok and Twitter, they've been posting so much of the movies already. We've been seeing little clips of like Princess Kaku, Chibi Chibi, the Starlights. They've been doing like each character gets a little short, little YouTube short. And I was so hyped seeing all of that come out. I thought the animation looked great. I thought everything was flowing good. And what I did was, instead of expecting not so much for Sailor Moon, I started raising the bar. That's what I did. I started raising the bar because I liked all the clips I saw up until the intro. So when I watched that intro, I was ready to be blown away, just like I have been on all the clips, because all the clips had good animation. And I know I've talked to you, you've told me there are some really great animation in both movies that's really good. And then you're like, there's some that's not so good, there's some that's really bad. So it's, again, inconsistencies. It's a mixed bag of animation, which shouldn't be happening, bottom line, as a theatrical movie. And I think when I saw that intro, the bar was already up here. I shouldn't have done that, first of all. That's on me. And I watched it, and I just watched it again before this live so I can, get a refresher. And here's my things, you guys. A lot of people misinterpreted what I said on Twitter, that I hated the idea of it, that I hated that they were reusing and inspired by the 90s, because they did, of course, use stuff from S, they used stuff from Supers. They actually basically redid the whole entire opening of Sailor Moon S from the 90s, but put it into Eternal. I had no issue with that. Would I have wanted something new and fresh? Absolutely, but that's really not what bothered me. What bothered me was the quality of animation. And we know, and a lot of people have called me out saying, but Brooke, Studio Dean does most of the animation and they're awful. I'm like, okay, but still, bottom line, an animation studio should still produce good animation. They're a studio. They're not, animators in college learning. They're a studio. These are professionals, supposedly. They're talented people. So a lot of people were, coming at me for that, which is fine. Anytime you put something out there that's a little negative or against the grain, you're gonna get that. So I definitely expected that. But bottom line here, I was just only upset about the quality. There was parts that were really choppy. And actually, I talked to Frank, which was the Cisco, by the way. We'll talk about the winner of his giveaway in just a bit. But him and I were talking about why does a movie have an intro? Like, normally movies don't have an intro, and them having one was a little weird. And also, why didn't they do it like the Sailor Moon R movie, where in the R movie they were just showing, thank you so much, Josh Trainer, for subscribing, we appreciate it. In the Sailor Moon R movie, they still gave us the intro song, but they were using fresh and non-opening, like it wasn't an iconic anime opening. It was them, going to the botanical garden and all the clips, like it was very relevant to the movie. But in this one, we got an opening, which was strange. And the next thing I have, I've got a little list, and I'll tell you, and then I want you to reply to all this. It's not very long. So the intro was a little weird, but I wasn't upset at that. I was just more upset at the quality, like the school uniform part. When they're showing each of the girls. I swear to God, Ray's part was like this. Like it was like just so choppy, flipping her hair. And I was so just stuck on that. I thought the Chibi Chibi part with the cats looked great. Like that animation there's no problem with that. Chibiusa running to her mom and dad was a little very stiff. There was not a lot of movements. I was like, what's going on here? The S part, when they're all doing their attacks and Usagi's flipping around on the screen, I thought that was animated pretty good. But the part that really made me I have to go to Twitter was the Usagi part, when Mamoru changes into Seiya, and just the way that they drew her face and the way that she's looking to the side, it was the weirdest transition I've ever seen in my life. And I'm lying, we've all seen Crystal, and there's been worse, for sure.
Exactly.
But, with my expectations, I was like, no, Sailor Moon does not deserve this. Sailor Moon deserves the world. Sailor Moon deserves the best animation studio they could possibly afford. But, so there's where I'm at. And I made that tweet, and I think I said something like, Toei Animation doesn't care about, it seems like Toei Animation doesn't care about Sailor Moon from what I've seen. And that's only just based upon what we've been seeing and how they handle Sailor Moon in general. Somebody called me out, and they're like, oh no, you can't really say that based on animation alone. But it hasn't been the animation alone. They have gotten the short end of the stick on the merchandise, events, internationally, everywhere. Everywhere, Sailor Moon has always got the short end of the stick, 20th anniversary and on. 90s was like, you know, the time, but now I just feel like they've treated the 20th anniversary and on not as great as their other franchises, and I don't think that's fair as a woman-dominated series and as such an iconic thing that made them a lot of money in the 90s.
Absolutely.
And that's why I said it. I'm done. I got on my soapbox. I talked. I got it all out. And guys, if you guys disagree, please, please, please don't hate me. This is just my thoughts and feelings. Oh my God, we jumped to 103 viewers tonight. 103 viewers. Okay, but Sin, take it away, because I do know you absolutely loved it, and I know I will absolutely love it too, because I did love all the clips that I saw before the opening. So I still have high hopes, and I'm still supporting it, but the people really want to know like what you like, what you dislike, and we've already given that spoiler warning, you guys, so Sin, spill the tea, spill it all. Spoiler warning, she's seen the movie, she's gonna be talking about him.
Well, thank you for that. No pressure. So I think we gotta start with the preface that it is a 30-year-old manga. So can you really spoil a 30-year-old manga? Yes.
Thank you, Mirel. Is it Mirael? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry if I mispronounced it, but thank you so much for subbing. Yes, it is an old anime, absolutely.
A manga.
A manga, yes. Manga,
yeah. The story of the manga, because obviously these two movies are based off the manga. So all right, it's probably not the right it's not the right place to start with my comment, but somebody had told me there's been a lot of leaks, and we'll get to the leaks when we get there. But somebody told me, can you really spoil a 30-year-old manga? Because they were showing pictures of the wedding at the end, and I was like, yes, it's not that we don't know what happens in the story. It's there's magic to translating manga into anime. Otherwise we wouldn't have anime.
That's the word, magic, and I'm not getting the magic. So I am at some points, but not on that opening. I was not feeling the magic. But yes, I love that you use that term, and I'm gonna write that down. Magic.
So I have been up till now very careful with the way I talk about Cosmos, because I understand that I'm in an enormous position where I've been able to see this and comment freely. But I also don't want to set any, well, I do want to set some expectations, but what I mean is I don't want to put a negative or positive mindset. You need to go out there and experience it whenever it's available to all of us. But for the purposes of this live, and I'm assuming the people here who want to see, I will be more open about it. Again, I've been trying to restrain myself just so everybody can
right,
with their own expectations, but we can set them here, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So
yeah, because you have been kind of reserved on your socials about being vocal about your opinions. But, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Tinny Cap sent some money with a slice of cake emoji. I appreciate it.
Oh my God.
Tips are going to Kurt tonight, you guys. He's been really stressed out about the strike, and it does look like a strike is actually happening. The employees were throwing the contracts all over the floor when they voted today, so things aren't looking good. We are very worried.
This is better tea. I want to listen to this tea.
Oh my gosh, no, we're not going to talk about that yet, because we're here for Cosmos. That's what all these 98 people are here. But thank you guys so much for sending tips today. It's definitely an important time, and they're all going to Kurt because he may be out of work for a little bit with no pay. So I appreciate it, guys, so much. But also, Sin, thank you so much for like just coming onto my platform, my YouTube channel, to tell your opinions and thoughts. This is the first time you're sharing them anywhere. So you guys, you're getting a special treat today.
Well, I don't know if my opinion is that special.
It is so special. You are like one of the OG Moonies who have been like not only just following the franchise years after years, but you have given the Moonies, the Sailor Moon fans, so much information over the years. I don't know if they remember your blog, the Sailor Moon Obsession blog. I tried to actually go to it today to reference when you first initially blogged about the very first SH Figure Arts from the 20th anniversary. Because I had linked to your blog from a Tumblr post, and I was preparing a video today about how I started as a collector and the journey throughout, and I was really looking forward to reading your blog, but it's gone now. Thank you so much, Sailor Mikey. I love this community too. We appreciate it. But yeah, you have been the forefront of just being a big part of the community, and we love you. So your opinions absolutely matter.
Well, thank you. I'm just big fan.
You follow Sailor Moon all over the globe.
We're all big fans, and I'm so happy that I'm in a place where my opinion is valued, because normal people don't care about Sailor Moon, so
we're not normal.
We're not normal. Well, anyway, okay, so let's get into spoiler territory here.
Oh my gosh, one more tip came through. Thank you so much, Sakudo. Manga love, manga life. Preach. All right, did I hear
Absolutely.
Did I hear spoilers are happening now?
Well, again, I don't know if I can spoil much of the story, but
I think what people,
my main goal here is to set expectations.
Yeah, I think when people say spoilers, it's mostly just seeing the animation. They don't want to see the animation, they just want to see like pictures, I guess, is what. Because yeah, you're right, you can't spoil the manga and the anime. It's so old. Everybody knows they get married at the end.
So one of the most often, what do you call it? The most asked questions, the most whatever questions. They keep asking me if this movie deviates in any way from that. Do they insert anything? Did they take anything out? People are worried about like the integrity of the story, and I'm here to tell you, they absolutely did not deviate a single panel from the manga. It is verbatim, exactly the same. So if you were to like listen to the movie, you can actually follow the manga. Like that's how close it is to the manga, word per word. It's exactly the same. So again, there's no surprises really with the story if they're just taking it off the manga.
Yep.
But I feel like approaching the movie like that comes to a detriment. I don't think.
Thank you, Ghost Shark. Sorry, another tip came through. Thank you so much, Ghost Shark. Yeah.
Did she say anything?
Nope. Just sent a little heart emoji. Just sending a tip in for Kurt.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
So I lost my train of thought, but yes. So the movie.
It's gonna be happening a lot.
Yeah.
No, I will keep you on track. I'm trying to like keep up with what you're saying, and like if you forget, I'm gonna be right there. I'm gonna be like, that's where you left off.
Yes, please.
So you left off like
okay.
that it was like not good that they didn't deviate. You wanted. Oh my gosh, Chaz Ann, thank you so much. Happy summer solstice, everyone, and happy first day of summer. Right back at you guys. Summer's my season.
Oh my god, I forgot it. Well, because it's the next day here, but yeah.
Yes, it is summer now, you guys. My favorite season. Oh my god, Venus Soldier sent a super chat. Josh said, I'm mad at the scene where the Senshi turned evil and attacked Sailor Moon. In the manga, they had that beautiful flowing hair. Now the hair is stiff with no flow. Come on, Toei, do better.
We'll get into part 2 soon. Let's just focus on part 1 at the moment, because I do tend to get distracted, and I want to like keep focus here.
Yep. Okay. So tell us how that you didn't like how they stuck frame to frame from the mangas where we left off.
Right. Yes. Thank you.
I'm with you.
So I feel like we love the stories that we want it told right.
Absolutely.
But sometimes when you're making anime or movie, there does have to be certain editing going on so that you can fit that long story into a short time frame, and it has to flow naturally. So the problem here is that because they stuck so much to the manga, it feels like very choppy, copy paste, like this. Like, you know, when you're reading a manga, you have to skip to the next scene, next scene, next scene, and you can follow it because your mind fills in those blanks. But when you're watching a movie, you turn your mind off and you expect the movie to grab you by the hand and take you along through the story. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen as much in this movie. So the storytelling is a little bit choppy. Like, well, you said choppy about the animation. I'm talking about storytelling. The storytelling choppy, a little bit. Just, I don't know how to say it. It just feels like they went down a list of scenes that they need to accomplish, and so they said, okay, we did this scene, we did this scene, we did this scene, okay, smush them all together and let's go.
Man, and that definitely has to do something with the direction and the production, because they could still not deviate from the manga, but have smooth transitions. You know, not seem like a comic book panel. You know, they could have done differently. And I don't know how many of you guys have seen the new Spider-Man movie, the new Miles Morales one, but that's, you know, they're comic books that they're based off of, and they're throwing little blurbs of comic book stuff going on, you know, and not seeming so choppy. And, you know, I don't know. I just feel like the direction, the production could have been better. Like, they don't need to follow frame by frame is one thing and not deviating is another, but like, you can still produce something good. I feel like Sailor Moon fans could make it amazing and still be exactly like the manga.
Well, I just feel like there was some cleaning up to do, some smoothing out to some streamlining to, because in this manga, if you guys remember, she is going through a period where she just doesn't really get what's going on. You know, she doesn't really recall exactly what's going on with Mamoru. She is kind of in shock most of the time. But we do get, in the first movie, we get like a waking up scene like 5 times. So like 5 times she wakes up from her bed. And I know that happens in the manga. I know it. But I feel like we wasted very precious few minutes in the waking up scenes when they could have extended other scenes more, flow one into the next one. I just feel like there was a lot of time wasted, or not really like I keep saying this, but it's the pacing. The pacing of it is what bothers me a little bit.
I think I know what you're saying. You're saying the scenes that they were, you know, really focusing on for a second shouldn't have been all that. They could have focused more on another very more important scene rather than Usagi waking up. You know, that should have just been a quick thing. Oh, she's woken up, blah, blah, blah. Focus more on this next.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely had, well, that's the issue, pacing.
The pacing,
Where do you put the most amount of time? Where do you want people to pay the most amount of attention?
Absolutely.
But what is important in your story? Like, is it waking up? Or is it these battles that happen towards the end?
Is it waking up? Apparently it is. It's just as important as the battle, okay?
Okay, so anyway, having said that, the pacing is a big issue for me. And yes, I'll get to the anime portion of this discussion.
Well, I really wanted to hear and I know you've already talked to me, but I want everybody here to also know, because you've seen it all. I've only seen bits and pieces. That's only what I have to judge from. So I would really love to hear your hot take on the animation.
My hot take.
as a whole. Like, do you, like, okay, just answer yes or no. Am I gonna be okay with it? I'm not gonna say happy, because of course we already know. Am I gonna be okay with it if I see the whole thing?
All right. First thing I need to say is it's very important, the context in which you watch Sailor Moon Cosmos. I'm already biased.
But I am too!
Well, hold on. See, the way you watch the movie influences how you're going to feel about it.
Yeah.
So I've seen it 5 times on the big screen. Like, it's been... Like, I've sit in the very first like aisle and just watch it like up here, like, oh my god, like it was completely taking up my whole field of vision. I know the sound was amazing, and then there's also this like hype around it. I'm right in the middle of it, where we have a bunch of promotional materials up all around town. There's all of these sales going on, a lot of magazines and stuff you can randomly find at a so I'm already hyped. I'm already like freak that I am. So I'm going into this movie already hyped and excited, which I'm hoping everybody else is. But having experienced it in a big screen is a completely different experience. So the fact that most of the Moon International have been able to watch the intro on a laptop and a little YouTube,
Exactly.
and not with all the hype around it, it gives you a clearer vision.
Yes, I was just going to
Like,
mention that you're in Japan, you're in it. You know, it's a total different experience. Like you said, like I'm looking at it from my computer in my freaking office, you know, that I'm here every day. I would totally probably be in a different headspace and a different opinionated space if I was with you.
Mhm.
Yes, that does play a
That's
factor.
what I mean. Yeah, so that's what I mean. The context is everything.
Everything.
So the way y'all are experiencing this is completely different from the way I'm experiencing this.
Good point.
So when I watched the movie the first time, was I appalled at some of the some of the animation?
I know that's a stab at me because I was so appalled. I think I shocked you when I came into the live chat, and I was like, "Oh my god, what did they do?" And you're like,
No. I did get some shock as well because it's not all seamless animation. It's all not great animation. It's not what we would hope and expect for a Sailor Moon movie. The final two Sailor Moon movies. Like, do we want it to have a freaking amazing quality? Fuck yes.
I love that
because we feel like she deserves it, and we'll get to deserving of animation in a bit, but again, the way I'm experiencing this is biased. Yep. So I've been able to watch it a few times, and once you get through and you know where this is all going, by the second or third time you're watching this movie, you're like, okay, that's not really what I should be focused on. I should be focused on how emotionally it's a hard hitter, y'all.
Yep.
We lose all of our, well, at this point, no, yeah, we do lose them all. We lose everyone. We obviously Mamoru towards the beginning, and we slowly lose them all. Now the thing is, the movie is so fast that it doesn't really give you time to digest some of your feelings or what just happened. So that's both pacing issues, but also the story is just so fast. You guys might recall this just happens like in a few pages. So once you get past the bad animation, I would hope that as Moonies we focus more on the storytelling and the deeper issues going on here. But yeah, it will be difficult to get through the bad animation.
So you're telling me there are points where it's not so great, and it is noticeable, and it does take away a little bit until you watch it a couple more times and process it, and then that's when you realize, okay, I'm being too critical about this animation.
And it's fine to be critical.
Yeah.
We love Sailor Moon. We wanted to do good, and we want to look at it and say, wow, this is eye candy. Like, I want to absorb every detail.
That's really all we want for our girl. I mean, really, bottom line,
yeah.
She deserves so much. She's changed so many people's lives. Everybody here, the Sailor Moon and the franchise has changed our lives. It is so important. It is so big to us. And when we see it downplayed, as it often is, 20th anniversary and on, It hurts us a little bit, and at least me, and that's where my feelings came from when I did tweet that, you guys. It wasn't out of a place of like negativity where I wanted to rain on anyone's parade. This was just, you know, my personal feelings watching it initially, and I really hope like level-headed people took it that way, and didn't think that I was bashing it. I haven't seen it yet, so maybe my feelings will change later. And like Sin said, it is good.
And it does. Sorry.
No, go.
Oh, and even though I did say there's bad animation, there's good animation in there too. There's scenes that are absolutely worth enjoying. There's scenes that are absolutely beautiful, and I you know, there's some scenes that I really wish they had taken their time on, especially like Usagi Seiya. You know, won't they the tension of those fun. But there's just no time for it. You know, it's just like, next thing, and who's going to get killed, and who's going to do this? So it's a fast-paced movie, emotionally charged, absolutely fun movie, terrifying at places. I freaking love Megumi Hayashibara as Cosmos, the voice actor. No, I'm sorry, not Cosmos. I'm so sorry. Sailor Galaxia. I'm sorry. She was fantastic as Sailor Galaxia. And I feel like this movie is pinnacle of Sailor Moon at her best. But emotionally, she's not at her best.
No.
It's gut-wrenching.
Yeah.
So, having said all of that, just, you guys, I know we're all expecting the best from Toei. We're expecting the best for Sailor Moon.
I think most people aren't, though. Yeah. That's the thing. I think that was just on me. I raised the bar after seeing all those little short clips they were teasing us over and over. That's on me. I think most people I've talked to since I made that tweet said, Brooke, that's just Studio D. That's just Toei Animation. Why you all uppity about this all of a sudden? You should know what to expect. So I think most everybody does know to expect the inconsistencies, the bad animation. Like, that was just on me. Yeah. Yeah,
like I said to you, keep your expectations of animation quality around the Eternal bar. So Sailor Moon Eternal, unfortunately, wasn't the greatest. It wasn't horrible either. It had. I
thought it was a beautiful step up from season 3. Like, and I've talked this with Frank, which is the Cisco, which I see he's popping off in the chat. What's up, Frank? I as I said in that last stream, I feel like from Crystal to season 2 to season 3 to Eternal, the animation got a little better every time. It was a small step. It wasn't no jumping up a whole freaking stair set. It was a small step. So for Cosmos, I was expecting a step up above Eternal, which to me would have been probably the bar of which Sailor Moon should have been the entire time. Like, that's, we had to build up to it, you know, which sucks, you know, the 5th season, and to hear that maybe that it's I know, it's laughable on how they've treated Sailor Moon, you know, and yeah, what I was saying was, like, I expected a step up, and from what I think I'm gathering from you, it's about the same quality as Eternal. Is that what you're saying as far as animation?
About the same quality when it comes to animation quality. There are some other parts where I've been very vocal with you and with, you know, members of our close friend group.
The Moon Fam.
I feel like they really did step it up.
Good.
Oh, Moon Fam. You said Moon Fam.
Yeah. Sorry, did I bleep out? Yes, Moon Fam. Our close. We call her our close friend group that we travel everywhere with, the Moon Fam, and that includes Luke, Lux, Tara, Sin, and Evan.
Yep. So, so I have mentioned quite a few times that the music, they finally, personal opinion, I think is the right sound for Sailor Moon, because I was never really into the
same
from Crystal. Sorry that you had to listen to me. I'm so sorry. I was never a fan of that approach. This time around, the music was glorious. It hit the right tone. It had electric guitars and
Yes, they have to, because it's
Silly.
the three lights. They're pop singers. We gotta spice the music up this one for real. So I'm so happy to hear you adored the music. You thought the direction was great, and it was good. And the music and the background sounds and everything is absolutely part of the experience. It's a big part of the experience. So I'm so glad that the music is good.
100%.
Yeah.
So from Eternal, I don't really remember much of the music, to be honest.
It was forgettable. It was forgettable.
It was forgettable. I feel like this is a little bit more stellar, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the color palette that they choose for this movie. It's so beautiful to look at. Like, all the colors, no matter what scene you look at, it's so freaking colorful. And I feel like that's the essential part of the cinema franchise. So, I mean, I'm nitpicking at this point what I do like, what I don't like. General thing, yes, there is bad animation, but don't let that cloud your vision.
And I don't think it will, because I mean, you know me better than anyone, really. I do at the core love Sailor Moon, and you know, I will still watch Crystal. I'll still watch Eternal. Do I have my opinions on it? Yes, but I do think at the end of the day, I probably will really enjoy these movies once we're able to watch them.
Yep. So anyway, having said all of that for part one, because I know we're starting to run out of time here.
We can go over this day. I want all the tea.
Let's just quickly step into part two territory.
Okay.
So
this was all about part one. Everything you just said was all about part one. Okay.
Yeah. Well, part two is a continuation. So some of those things are true for both movies.
Right. Like the music and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like one big movie, right? Like just separated in two parts. So it's basically a continuation when it comes to, like I said, animation quality, music quality, color palettes, all vibes, you know, all in there. But they're very different movies. Like, I feel like with part one, it's still very familiar. You know, you're still in high school.
Oh, we just got a super chat. I'm so sorry. It's from the Cisco. Oh my God, the Cisco be trolling. Ochi, do you even like Sailor Moon? Obviously not. Do I like Sailor Moon? No.
It's not like you don't do your whole YouTube channel around it.
I know, I didn't make Sailor Moon my job, you know. I love you, Frank.
Mwah. So okay, get me back on track here.
You were starting to talk about part two, and it's the continuation. There were a lot of the same stuff. Like, the music was still good, the animation was still on and off, and then you were starting to get into the details from there.
So part 1 and 2 are different movies. Part 1, like I said, sorry if I repeat myself, but I need to get back in my mind. It's very familiar because we go to school, we go through the motions, and you know, we go to the Three Lights concert, that kind of stuff. It's all very familiar, but once we start losing our characters, by the time we get to part 2, none of our main characters that have been with us from the beginning are in that movie anymore, or at least, you know, not in the context we're used to, right?
Right.
So it ends, part 1 ends where they say we got to go to the Galaxy Cauldron to go find Sailor Galaxia, and that's where it picks up in the part. I might be, you know, fuzzy because that one I've only watched once.
That's true.
And my memory is the best, but I'm gonna do my best to try to dig in my memory.
I bet you're dying to see it on the 30th. You're like, I'm ready.
Yes. Oh my God. Well, that's what I'm here for. So I'm so excited to get to it. But okay, so as far as I remember, that's where they start the next movie, where they are gonna go to the Galaxy Cauldron, and
Oh, we got another super chat. Sakudo says PGSM is still the best version of Sailor Moon outside the manga. # mic drop.
I'm not gonna say. Okay, how's this? You're not wrong, but you're not right either. more.
Sin is like, this is where I'm dishing it out. I don't care. No, and I'm actually one of the bad Sailor Moon fans who has not finished the live action.
Do you even like Sailor Moon?
I know. Thank you. Let's bring up with this. Do you even like Sailor Moon? You have not seen Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, the live action series. I've watched, I think, up to episode 6. And I just never finished it. But this girl right here has definitely been pressuring me. Some of you guys have pressured me too. And one of these days I'm going to do it. I just haven't had the time. But
it's only been 20 years. Don't worry.
It's only been 20 years. What I'm really hoping is that they will eventually license it here. That would be great, so I can buy the DVDs and stuff. Because it's kind of a whole hassle downloading it to your computer and only watching it in your computer, and you have to do all this technical stuff, which I don't know. I'm very lazy when it comes to that. I'd rather just pop in a DVD or something, or stream it from Netflix, Hulu, Crunchyroll, whatever.
And we do have good fan subs, but it's not like an official translation of it, so it can get weird in places.
But I do hear a lot of people do love PGSM, but but moving back to
your girl right here loves PGSM as well.
But moving back to part 2 and your thoughts.
Okay, so again, spoiler alert for anybody who can, whatever. So a lot of this second arc takes place in space.
Right.
So
they have wings and everything.
You're not with the same characters, because now you're with the Three Lights and Kakyu most of the movie. And you're in space.
Yep.
And weird parts of space. There's sand dunes and there's like a cemetery. Like there's a lot of scenes we're not really used to seeing in Sailor Moon, and it's just a very different experience. But my issue was also the animation. Like I was thinking, this is the last
stab. Uh-oh. Think we lost Sin. What just happened? Sin! Come back! What happened? My girl is gone. Hold on, camera. Collab cab. Sin! Let me grab her again. I'm gonna boot her off real quick. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. I've never had this happen before yet. Disconnect. Okay. Close. We're gonna bring her back, you guys. Give us 1 second. I'm so sorry for the technical difficulties. Guys, I haven't been keeping up with the chat really fast, but I hope you guys are also talking amongst yourselves and having the discussions too. I always go back and watch the lives and read what you guys have to say after the chat is loaded 12 hours after this video drops. Okay, she's gonna click the link again and we will have her back momentarily. You guys are awesome. We've had consistently over 90 people tonight. You guys are awesome. I love it. We have come for Sailor Moon and the spoilers. 96 of us wanted to know what the heck's going on. Unless that thing is frozen. I do see 88 over there, 96 on the screen. I don't know. There she is. There she is.
It's working.
It's working. You back. You back. Okay, continue.
No, you gotta get me back on track.
Oh my god. Okay, well you were talking about when they were in space and how everything was a little bit different because we haven't seen a lot of that kind of scenes, because who knew Sailor Moon had the ability to just go fight in space and sprout wings and go fly with everybody all this time.
Well, we knew because it was in the manga, but also it's just unfamiliar, when it comes to animation. Of Starlight's grow manga, Kakyu grows, the Starlight's grow wings. Kakyu grows wings. Obviously, Sailor Moon Eternal already has wings. And Chibi Chibi grows wings. It's weird that they're flying through space, but also they're not even, the wings aren't even batting. They're just, static. So it looks kind of cheap.
Yeah, it looks cheap because they should put in some more movement. But again, I guess it's because of the studio. I don't know.
Yeah. But
oh my gosh, we got a super chat by Christine to support you and Kurt. Thank you so much. I love manga. Usamamo.
Yeah, I'm also Usamamo loyal, so yeah. So when it comes to part 2, I'm not gonna say it was disappointing. I'm just gonna say that it feels very different. Like I've been able to watch part 1 a few times and not get bored. I'm worried about part 2, honestly. I have not been vocal with any of these thoughts, so y'all get the exclusive first opinion of somebody who doesn't really matter.
No, you do. I know, Ochibawolf exclusive.
Everybody matters. Everybody has their own opinion. That's what I was trying to get at.
Yes.
So y'all are gonna have to experience it by yourselves and come to your own conclusions. My conclusion is, I really needed that movie to pop, and animation wise, and it's a little iffy. What was it that somebody had pointed out in the scene that because there are some leaks on the internet.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, people listen.
What just happened? Did it go black for everybody too? Sin! Oh my goodness! That is the weirdest, strangest thing I've ever even seen. Sin, you're gonna have to click the link again, my love. It did. It did. Click the... Oh my goodness. Well, as we wait for Sin again, that is so strange. Oh my gosh. That scared me, y'all. That scared me. That so scared me. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Tinny Cap. Talk about polygamous wedding? What? Let me see if Sin is back. I don't see her yet. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Daniel Flores. Celebrate the first. That was your first super chat. Thank you so much for the $1. You guys, we almost got to 50 bucks. Thank you guys so much for tipping Kurt's crew tonight. He might be home again. He might be home for a little bit. And if that's the case, we will definitely be streaming more. Let's see here. Sin, I think I'm going to do a new link. Generate a new link. Copy. Boom. Paste. Boom. Okay. Just waiting on her. I just regenerated a new link because the previous one was no longer working for her to join. So give us a second. It's just you and me again. Oh, this is strange. I don't know what's going on, you guys. Give me a second. Settings, let's see. Well, I hope you guys are having a great night so far. Are you guys enjoying the chats? Are you guys enjoying Sin's thoughts? Nope, still there. I think that my collab cam is being weird. Wonder why it won't work. Allow. You guys, I am so sorry about this tonight. We might have to do a part 2 because I think I'm gonna have to cancel this one because it will not let me. I don't want it to because last time we had to do this to like just redo the whole thing. Streamlabs can be a little weird about things if it like it's not gonna let her join back in. is 8:03, so let me just tell her we might have to redo the thoughts another night. Okay, Sin. We might just have to save your part 2 thoughts for another time. It is past 8 anyway. The only way I could get it to work again would be if I were to close out this stream and then reboot it back up, which will produce 2 videos on my channel. Like this one would be part 1 and the other one would be part 2. And it is, like I said, 8 o'clock, and Kurt still has to get up and go to work tomorrow. So this was great. We really definitely need to have you back on to discuss part 2. So would you potentially be willing to come back on a Wednesday? Maybe by that. What about after you watch it again? Because you're about to see it June 30th. Okay, I just sent her that voice message. That's what I was just doing, you guys. Because we have been on for over an hour now. So thank you so much, Brian, for subbing. Welcome to the pack. It actually kind of cut her off at a good time because she hasn't really dove too far into her thoughts for part 2. So, oh my god, Ringner, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Tips for Kurt's crew tonight. Hope you, Kurt, and the kitties are doing super well. Love you guys. We love you right back. Thank you guys so much. We're a little worried, but we're gonna get through this. We will know, I think, tomorrow at midnight whether or not the strike is going to happen for sure. But from what we've seen and what we've heard, we think it's going to happen. So if that does happen, we don't know how long Kurt will be out of work, but he will be making $0. Thank you so much, Kelsey. You guys have been awesome. For you and Kurt, loved hearing Sin's thoughts. I'm so glad you liked it. Sin's actually in the chat right now. I don't know how to fix it. Yeah, it's on my end, and I didn't want to chop up I'd have to stop this video entirely and then reboot it up. So Sin, come back after you watch it on, let's see, so June 30th is coming up, you guys. June 30th is going to be next Friday, it looks like. Sin, do you think we could have you on Wednesday the 5th? Are you still in Japan on Wednesday the 5th? Because that would be so perfect. Because right now, you've only seen it one time. You were really able to give us a lot of your in-depth opinions and thoughts of part 1 because you've seen it 5 times. So what about if we had you on again Wednesday, July 5th? I can't believe we're almost into July, you guys. The years are going by so much faster now that, you know, I'm over 30. Do you think you'd be able to do that? Oh, she just said yeah! That's awesome. Hey, is Luke gonna be there with you too? What about if you and Luke join in on the live? And anybody else that want to join, it'd be the same time. It'd be 9 a.m. So just wake up early and get on, and that'd be so fun if you both could join. Let's do that since, you know, it's already past 8 o'clock and the lasagna's done. I can smell it, and maybe Kurt will come say hi. Maybe Kurt will come say hi. I know he's also getting the lasagna. Oh my god, Jay! Just sent 10 bucks! Thank you guys so much! Big hugs, Kurt's crew. I appreciate you guys coming through. Like I said, I'll let you guys know probably next week what the heck happened. Or I might post on my social media somewhere that it happened. And if it does happen, if the strike does happen, Kurt and I may stream doing more things. Like maybe we'll play some video games. He has set me up here to play some video games, and I've told him I want to like stream some Sailor Moon games, and that'd be a great way to, you know, not only provide you guys some extra content, but, you know, more opportunities for tips for me since I am a full-time content creator. You know, and tips are never ever required, you guys. You can just sit back, relax, and watch my videos. Just watching and being here supports my content. You guys never ever have to tip, but I do appreciate it if you send it my way. But I think I'm gonna go. Actually, no. Hold on. I need to catch up on these things. Yeah, Sailor Moon Obsession. Toy really did say, "Shut it, Sid." Wouldn't that be crazy if they had some sort of like control over that? Oh my gosh, you guys! Wednesday's gonna be the time to join. Sailor Moon Obsession says Luke, Travis, Evan, and maybe all of them can join at 9 o'clock. We would be in for a treat. Not only would we have Sin's voice and her opinion on seeing it again, but we would have my other friends who all are so lucky who got to go to Japan to see it June 30th. I wish I could be there with them, but because we knew the strike was going to happen around this time, we chose not to go to Japan just in case financially. Cassie Nightingale, thank you so much. Love your vids. Love you right back. I actually have a new video dropping tomorrow for those of you guys who are interested, it's all about how I started to be a collector and like my collecting journey. So I answer a lot of common asked questions. But before we go, I just saw Juliotude is in the chat. We have to announce the winner from Frank the Cisco's generous giveaway last Wednesday when he was on the live stream, and he generously provided a Luna Head popcorn bucket. Well, he is providing a Luna Head popcorn bucket to anybody who watched the stream after it was live and commented on the video the certain keyword. And he did draw a winner today, and the winner has been contacted, but we absolutely wanted to make sure we say a special congratulations to Juliotude, which is in the chat tonight. Juliotude is the winner of the Sailor Moon Cosmos popcorn bucket from Japan. Juliotude, I've already given Frank your address, so once Frank provides me with the tracking number, I will email you the tracking number, and please let us know when it arrives to you. But he is working on that. I do have an upcoming giveaway, and I don't know which Wednesday it's going to be, but it's provided by one of our wonderful Cosmic Wolfie streaming fam. I think I spit. I hope you didn't see like a little glisten of spit just fly through the air. That would be so embarrassing. But I got the sweetest, nicest package from, like I said, one of our Cosmic Wolfies. Rogue Peps sent me a little box, and she wanted to provide this this Princess Saturn Q-Posket to one of you guys. This is gonna be in a future live stream that we will give out. All thanks and provided by Rogue Peps. They sent me the sweetest card. I won't read it out loud to you guys, but it was super nice. They also sent us some tea, and the tea was so good. I do want to say Tracy Cupcakes, or Cupcakes Collects. I don't know if Tracy's still here. I think I saw Kay. Kay is still here. We all brewed that tea, Rogue Peps, and it was so delicious. Like, we all three loved it, so we definitely want to thank you for the tea as well. They also gave me a Sailor Uranus Clear file from the Sailor Moon store. This will also be in an upcoming giveaway provided by Rogue Peps. You guys have been so sweet, like seriously. The community is great, and you guys are the best. So stay tuned for that. I don't have time today to do the giveaway, but it will be happening in a future one. Maybe next week when we have Tracy on. That's our next guest, I believe. Let me see. So I want you guys to mark your calendars. You guys know I always go live every Wednesday, but just to kind of give you guys a heads up on the next coming guests. Next week, which is June 28th, we're going to have Tracy on as the guest. You guys, I don't really think have been introduced to her. She has been in a few of my videos on my channel, but we'll really get to go in depth and meet Tracy next week. And then the week after that is the week that we're going to have potentially Sin, Evan, Luke, and Travis on Wednesday the 5th. So Sin, write that down on your calendar for... What? Actually, that'll be the next day. That'll be the next day for you, right, Sin? Is that going to be the 6th? Oh my God, Travis! Oh, my good old friend Travis just sent $30. We got to 100! Curtis, we got to 100! Oh my gosh! Thank you so much. Travis says, getting you and Kurt over your goal tonight. Hope the strike doesn't cause too much stress and issues while it hopefully gets resolved quickly. That's what we're hoping for, Travis. Wish you were in Japan with us. We'll catch up soon. Thank you so much, Travis. And I know I had asked you for a favor to like anything that Sin had got for me, I was gonna pass it on to you, but I found out I didn't have to pass it on to you. Luke actually already has a lot of my stuff at his home in Hawaii, and he's coming back. So I'm just gonna have Sin give it all to Luke since I already have stuff at his house. So I do appreciate you, going to do that favor for me, but I don't think I have to have you do that anymore just because I forgot Luke had stuff for me. But you guys have been so wonderfully kind. Travis, I'm so excited for you to get your butt back out there in Japan, see Sin, see Luke, and I don't think you got to meet Evan last time, so you're gonna get to meet Evan this time. You guys please take lots of pictures and share it with us, because I am living through you guys, and y'all are awesome, and I am your little cheerleader over here. I'm your hype gal. Even though I couldn't make it, I'm so happy for all my friends who could make it. Kay is going to be the guest on the 19th of July. Kay, I don't think I wrote that on my calendar. Did I? Or did I not go that far? I don't think I went that far. Oh, I did have it on here, Kay. I just didn't go that far. That's right, you guys. Kay is going to be the guest on the live stream on July 19th. So, holy crap. We have a lot of amazing guests. And don't forget, Sin will be back to talk about part 2. I'm going to go. I smell that lasagna. I don't think Kurt's going to say hi. Kurt, are you not going to say hi? You guys, we've been married a long time. But, I know he watches the streams. I'm seeing if I could hear him, but he has been rummaging around out there. Like, I hear stuff going on, so he must be busy. Or maybe my boys are driving him up the wall. Oh my god, Honey Himi's here. I haven't seen you in a long time. How you been? Are you back? Are you back? I miss you on social media. I feel like we need some videos. Oh, Travis says, okay, awesome, no worries. Yeah, you're awesome for just agreeing to do that, and I would 1000% return the favor. Oh, thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. I know some of them Curtis, get your butt in here. Hashtag Kurt's crew. He might not be watching the stream. He might not be watching the stream. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. Poor guy. How do you speak to him? No, he is very much loved. You have no idea. Him and I, we are literally best friends. And it's, I don't know. I always, we treat each other with a lot of respect. We're at the point in our relationship where we tease each other a lot, and I absolutely was not being mean to him. If anybody took it that way, I don't think you guys did. You guys know me. I'm not like that. Travis! Oh, we better have so much Nene chicken. Have a good night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have a great weekend, and don't forget to hit that like button. Oh yeah, one more announcement before I leave. Friday is the day that I am hosting my first anime convention panel with Kay in the chat. We have no idea how it's gonna go. It's actually here in our town, Wichita, Kansas. We have a anime festival here called Anime Festival Wichita, and we did apply for a panel very, very late, so we didn't have like a lot of time to prepare, but we're using this as a test panel because I am going to be a guest at a bigger convention later on that they actually contacted me to do a panel for. So Kay was like, let's go ahead and do that anime collecting panel as your test run. Curtis will be filming it, so hopefully it's going to be entertaining enough to post on the channel, and of course, as long as, you know, the technical aspect of it is good. Like, I want to make sure the audio and the sound is good. If the sound is absolutely awful and you can't hear any of us, then I probably won't post it, but hopefully it's going to be all right. But I do want to tell you guys that's coming up too. I have a video dropping tomorrow. Please watch and support it. I know you guys will. I don't think Curtis is coming. He's really working hard in the kitchen. Like, I hear the sink running, I hear dishes being clanked around, but you guys know he appreciates you guys so much, and thank you guys so much for the tips tonight. I love you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and go. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I don't think I have to say anything else. You guys have been great. Mwah! Bye guys. Have a good one.